just as bad as me. I look around my hood and it come like a parody. Cause everybody thinks they're onto me apparently. My old
You.
Come on.
We back.
Oh shit, this camera's gonna pick up this mad car.
Oh, mad.
Sorry, off topic.
What, football?
Yeah. Niggas trying to take me out, golden child, and they get me.
I've been hearing about you in these streets.
Oh, I'm bored now. What is saying about me?
Control your friend, innit? He's a bit angry.
Oh, wow.
Boy.
You know them ones?
That's my man's, isn't it? That's my man's.
It's nice to hear that niggas are worried about me. I ain't worried about them. You know them ones?
So if he's angry, then pattern up, innit?
Don't vex, man. On a blessed Sunday, and you're not getting me angry in that.
I don't get Fols angry, man.
That's the one place here where, like, if you don't like me in London, it's probably from football. Not from anything road bases.
Well, that's good then.
Yeah, it's boring. If a nigga don't like me, it's probably because of football and that. And it was their fault, man. You know them ones?
That's where tensions rise, isn't it?
No, it's good, man. And I like that on a Sunday. We need that, man, just to catch up with the lads and that. So, yeah, man.
I'll see you.
We're enjoying, man. But we back. Catch up Offthecuffpod.
Come on.
Good on this conversation. Never hurt anyone.
Yeah.
If you listen for the first week, my name's Fols Forever.
Mr Vans.
We've got the squad back in the building.
Squad.
Chrissy's here. Chrissy Hive.
Chrissy Hive.
Hi everyone.
She's got a mouthful of chicken.
I haven't. My mouth is empty. Okay.
Whoa.
Mad.
You set me up. Well done.
I didn't say nothing,
Well
man. I'm here to pod today. It's a long day to pod.
Cool.
I'm in that good mood. Good to
Don't
see you,
worry.
man. You look nice. What colour skirt is that? Is that orange? Is that
Actually, it's like a tangerine.
tangerine?
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. Match the bag and that. What's I see, man?
Yeah. Small fashion going on.
Come on, sun's out, you know.
Sun's out, guns out. You got the legs out and that.
Yeah, legs out, arms out. Don't forget the arms, bro. What's going on?
Huh?
Don't forget the arms, bro.
Nah, t-shirt is normal, innit?
Yeah.
We see t-shirts all the time.
True.
You know what I mean? Like it's the legs.
But these bright colours on brown skin are good, man. It's nice, man.
Yeah, when the sun's shining, melanin's popping, it's lovely.
You're feeling good, yeah?
Yeah, I haven't really seen too much of outside, so today.
Thank you.
Soz.
Oh, we'll take the long way home today, innit? So you can have a look.
This guy. But you know, there's got one more day in it tomorrow, and then that's it.
Oh,
the
yeah,
sun
yeah.
came to just flash us and cut.
Oh, is that it after tomorrow?
Apparently so, yeah.
Yeah.
It's all H's fault, man.
King of the Summer.
If you fucking release his music early, we'd have had a long summer.
Oh, King of the Summer's still running, man. We still got that on heavy rotation.
Yeah, and it's good to see that.
H.
Yeah, it's good to see everyone like post. I was saying to him as well, who's coming here today, that it's dope seeing not just like when you first release something, the day one, your timeline's breeze. Everyone's like posting stuff so you can repost them. But I was seeing on his Instagram, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all up until today.
Yeah, he's got Grove and Lock. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I hope you've written on King's Wall, King of the Summer.
I'll come and collect that in a second. But it's not just Chrissy here. Nenz is here as well. Even
Nenz is here.
She'll be joining us shortly. And to the left of me,
Yes.
Bow. K Vang's back.
Hi.
Wearing
This is one of
shades
my
indoors.
faves.
Oh, that's our fave, man. Come
Yeah,
on.
man. So, friend of the show as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been a while. What 2 years?
No, because the last time we done it during lockdown, remember? I think it was last year. Around this time last year.
She held us down during lockdown. We had like, you know, we was recording from home.
Right.
Having
Yeah,
to
yeah,
record
yeah.
on Zencaster and stuff.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
And then before that, I think it was
Yeah.
like 2019, 2018.
Yeah.
I think.
I can't remember the name of the episode. Like, yeah, but that's so long ago. But
Physically in the studio.
Yeah, it's been
Which-
ages.
Yeah, it's been ages, man. But you know,
I'm here.
she
Finally.
is here.
You got your legs out as well.
Yes, you know.
Arms out as
with
well.
the orange or tangerine, as Chrissy
Yeah,
said.
the wave runners.
Tangerine.
You know, flexing on us. The shades. It's all
They're not
on
coming
and
up,
popping.
especially because the cameras on the shades are not coming
Is
up.
this camera on me?
Why don't you want them to see your eyes? What's going on?
You know,
No.
what did he say? It's like the windows to your soul.
Yeah.
Looking into
Love.
someone's eyes.
I say love.
Love.
Man, like love, you know. Well, it's good to have you done. I know we was catching up probably before, but how are you in general?
I'm good. No, just working at home. That's it, really.
Yeah, slaving off, man. Slave trade, bro.
Definitely. But I'm glad to be here. I'm always messaging Vans every week about something.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
week.
Sometimes, like, she'll just be mad abrupt, straight to it. No hello, no nothing. Just the question.
34 minutes and 20 seconds. Why did you say this?
Listen, there's been a couple of episodes I'm like,
What?
No, but do you know why? Do you know why I like Kay? Yeah, is because like her attention to detail is like, it's proper in it.
Okay.
Second to none. Like she doesn't miss. Like
No,
a
I
thing.
trust her, yeah.
Like just even the little things or some of the stuff that people may not have picked up on. You know, and yeah, it's always good to have someone like that to message you
and keep you honest.
I
on that.
wish you lot redid the versus one though. I wish.
Oh yeah, okay. Is that the,
oh yeah,
your biggest bugbear? Listen, we're here to pod today. We've got a power hour, but hour and a half max. I want to get everything out. Whatever's heavy on your heart.
Cheeky.
No. Whatever's heavy on your heart, you can say we support black women over here off the cuff.
Well, and the thing is, I didn't really speak to Fols about it.
Wait, so you're having sad conversations about me? Okay, shame the devil and tell me the whole truth right now.
She was just saying that she wasn't a fan of the Donny's commentary of Versus, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of our to be fair, I got that feedback and a lot of the YouTube comments. But there was a couple people on YouTube who were saying, we didn't let my man talk when it came regards to Cameron, innit? So he's a self-proclaimed Cameron fan.
He said enough.
He
said too much.
There was nothing to say to kind of back Cam in that situation.
No. We was all
and
the same page,
he was so biased as well.
Because the
if
thing
he's
is,
a rap head as well,
like we're all fans of Cam, or Dipset and the Locks. So we can accept the fact that Donny just lost.
Yeah. Do you know? I will say obviously because she knows the standard of podcast and we can do what we're capable of. I think that's where the annoyance came in.
Yeah.
I think for at least the entertainment of conversation a little bit. I think it sounded better than it looked. So watching it visually, Vans looks so disinterested, almost like vexed. Like, why did you bring him here while we're having this conversation?
That's exactly
when I watched it on the YouTube with that. But Gav's good people to that, so it was nice having him on. But I feel because if he was in and we're just agreeing, that would have been a quick maybe 10-15 minute segment. So
it couldn't have been.
I'm not mad
for how invested I was in that versus.
Yeah, truly, he was mad invested still.
I wasn't gonna let that conversation just fly.
You wanted a proper breakdown,
innit?
innit?
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because, bro, like it's one of the few verses that I've gone back
and you've rewatched.
I think I watched that verse 6 times. I'm not even gonna lie.
Because I didn't watch it live, innit? So I missed that instant feeling. So I watched it in the morning because I told you I couldn't stay up. I was too tired. So I watched it in the morning and then I've had it on as I'm working. So I'm not watching it, I'm listening to it. Then I've watched it again. Yeah. I was saying to you earlier about how I absorb content. I've had it on while I was just like doing the housework and stuff. And then I've sat down fully when no one's in the yard, got a drink out, watched it. I've watched it bare times. It's one of the coldest things ever.
That one and the Beanie Man and Bounty, those two are just
Bro, when I was at football on Sunday and we won, do you know how I celebrated? We're crushing these niggas. Ask them man in the group chat when I won.
We outside.
We're crushing these. When I won, I was celebrating like Jada. People say they run around like they park. I run like I'm Jada.
Yeah, man. So obviously, like sometimes I want to have the poker face, but when I'm annoyed,
Yeah.
No, see, he can't hide it.
So like in audio form, you may not see it.
Yeah.
Kay would sense it.
Yeah.
She was like, I heard
your energy was off.
Yeah, a bit off. On the YouTube, it makes it obviously no disrespect to Gavi.
No, shout out to Gavi. Yeah.
But me being annoyed is me being annoyed.
Bro, whether it's been annoyed at me loads.
Yeah, like whether it's you, it could be Chrissy or anyone. Like you know, sometimes it's
I'd hate
like,
as well. SE.
Yeah,
be annoyed at them as well.
Like anyone.
Yeah.
But there's been some good episodes. There's one that gave me so much joke, and it was when you had the YouTuber, the guy that does the influencer,
Latif Sarkar.
Yeah, Latif Sarkar.
Him and Chrissy's banter. That episode had me crying.
You know the funny thing about it? What's this trilogue is that's the first time they've met.
I said to Vans, do they know each other?
Yeah. I got that question a lot. Yeah, it's like, wow, does...
Sorry, Chrissy.
Chrissy, get on the mic, please.
I was like to Vans, do they know?
No, and like, he's great, all the rest of it, but I honestly,
Today we're just going to say how we really feel about everyone. Okay, go on.
I honestly had to really be biting my tongue.
I could tell. I said, Vans,
really
I could tell.
Like,
There's one point he was like...
Because there's a fine line with banter, innit? It's like... I think because of our energy, me and Vans, we was gisting, we was joking and that. Obviously, he was sat in the corner.
But it was a great episode, though.
Oh, yeah, no, it was amazing.
Great episode.
It was amazing content.
So now I'll start dragging people, then I'm the bad guy.
No. We like a good... Listen, give and take, innit? You know? We wouldn't let anyone disrespect you in this space, innit? So, come on.
Yeah, no.
Don't start talking crazy now.
Nah, it's all fun and games at the end.
But I really enjoyed it. Shout out to him for coming on as well. So,
man.
That was a really good episode.
And you lot's breakdowns in music, like, you're one of the best. So.
Thank you, man.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I hope we... No pressure. I hope we do everything justice today. So...
There's a lot of music that's come out over the past week or two.
Should we dive into, obviously, we had a review-ish last week with regards to Kanye.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of us have revisited the album and actually really sat with it to have more of an opinion. If not, we can go into Drake straight away. But I wanted to at least give the space.
I mean, we could do the Donda thing because I've listened back. I've done the car test, headphone test.
Gym test?
No.
I was actually listening to it on the way here as well.
that was my segue to ask you going to the gym.
Chill, relax. I'll be back soon. But
he gets away because he's tall and that. Like, oh my God, I love your height. Where's the fucking muscles, babes?
Bro, man, I'm naturally slender, innit?
Come on.
But, you know, I just need to... Yeah. When I get back into it, you know...
It's peak, bro, because it's because if I had your hat, I know what I'd do with it. I'll just be... shoulders...
Even a couple niggas in my group chat, I'm like, you niggas keep talking shit because it don't take me long.
We say muscle memory quick.
Easy.
People like you are dangerous, bro.
But I just need the motivation to go because more time I'm on my own.
So what I'm gonna do like how that my man did his babes online. I'm gonna get a Curious Cat account and call you fat, and then start calling you fat for like 14 days and 14 nights.
Don't phase me, you know.
That ain't gonna work.
Nah.
Vans is so relaxed.
Yeah. In your own time, though, innit?
Yeah.
But no, obviously health is wealth, and that's to get in the gym. I mean, I'll get you from like the holistic approach. Like health is wealth. Start juicing.
Diet.
Good for your skin, you know.
Start moving like the locks.
Yeah, come on, it's needed, bro. We crushing these niggas.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But yeah, Donda. Don't know if everyone's listened to it.
Yeah.
I think the sentiments are still the same for me.
Have you listened to it?
I have, yeah. Sorry, I have, yeah.
From a production standpoint, I think a lot of people were like, oh yeah, you know, the features are outshining Kanye. But I'm like...
He made them sound good.
Yeah, and it's always kind of been this way. If we look at all the features, let's just say My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, arguably his greatest piece of work, right? Mm-hmm. Feature heavy. Everyone is always talking about who has the best verse on what.
Yeah.
And it's never Kanye's.
But with that though, I think... go on, okay.
I think the argument that I'm hearing a lot is that he's lost his sound. Like he's more adapted to their sound where he hasn't just been Kanye.
Not a lot of soul samples. I think with the
he stopped that ages ago though.
But like that, I think for me is when he performs at his best, isn't it? So with that example you gave, and I say that's definitely a classic album. We have that down for Kanye. When you're gonna have people outperform you, I'm not mad if the song are bangers, isn't it? Whereas if this album doesn't feel like, okay, cool, people have outperformed you, but then the music isn't even that great as well. So like you're existing in their space.
I don't think it's that great.
No, I don't think it's that great. I don't think the music on there is amazing. I think some of the music on there is better than Certified Lover Boy. We can get to that later, but like I don't think it's
compared to what artists are bringing out now. You think it's not that great?
I'm judging him on him.
I think it's great music.
What's going on?
The soul samples, like I think he left that. Even in Graduation, you didn't really hear that much of the soul sample. It was like him and DJ Toomp.
Yeah, he has grown, like, and I get it. My thing is, if you're gonna exist in their world, you're gonna have all this. Because remember, you get so much help, innit? Kanye, from we said it before, there. We don't care if he has 1,000 rides. That's never been an issue. But if you're gonna do that, then get all this help, get all these different sounds, get all these people. Then it's like you've got all the perfect ingredients. For some reason, for me, something's just not connecting, innit?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a lot easier to make that distinction with Kanye's music, especially since after all the other stuff that he was doing that a lot of people weren't really fond of. And then after Pablo, he released Ye and Kids See Ghosts, which for me, it was dog shit. I was like, these are projects from his discography that I don't acknowledge.
Hold on, what was on Ye again?
No one knows.
We just know that he was in Wyoming.
Yeah. So Kids See Ghosts, was that with Kid Cudi?
That was with Cudi.
Yeah. No,
I had.
There's a couple of songs on there. I can't remember what they're called, but they were okay.
There was one on there that I remember him talking about Kim, and I was like, all right, the production is like, it was reminiscent of the older Kanye.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, Kanye's always like had a different sound on each album,
and he's always evolved.
Like College Dropout is different to Late Registration. He would take
the risk, innit? And that's why I've always rated him. So that's why I will give him that room, innit? He's one person that like we know he's gonna try and like push the envelope a little bit, innit? But it's just like I don't feel like there's enough bangers on there, and I just don't like that notion of like, oh, if you don't enjoy it, it's almost like you don't get his genius. Some people are kind of like, that's the annoying thing about it.
Yeah.
Wrapped in bubble wrap, whatever, where it's like you can't say anything about them because you're not a genius. You just don't get it.
We saw that in,
on,
when he released Yeezus, and a lot of people was like, "Oh yeah, you just don't get it," you know. So, and I was like, "Bro, like, there's 3 songs that I fuck with on this album, and the rest is just I can't deal with it."
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying?
Life of Pablo for me, like people forget. I think that's a really good album.
Really good.
I really enjoyed it at the time. I really enjoyed it,
and could possibly be a classic as well.
Yeah, I think in 2 years, I for me put it down as a classic in terms of what he's released, and I feel
just
like
how it starts,
and I feel that's probably
mid
the one
album
in
and
the recent
how it closes
time
as well.
Is a bit more reminiscent of his earlier work a little bit.
Yeah,
in terms of like approach, message, I was like, okay, cool. I like this, isn't it? You know,
I think there was a lot of songs that didn't make it, like the song that was leaked by Mr. Man.
Or the Andre 3000 song.
That to me is reminiscent of what he used to do.
Yeah, but I can't be bearing my soul about my mother and your mum, and you're on here dissing Drake and that.
Oh yeah,
but I don't really think it was a diss.
Oh, it was this. It's definitely a diss.
I think
Kanye said we're gonna go and get the GDs, bro. Drake has had him stressed. Kanye is a GD now, a gangster disciple. Obviously, he's not literally, but like the fact he's going there, trying to put on the greasy image a little bit, and that. Yeah, that is a diss. That is a diss of Drake.
To be honest, I think both of them need to get it together because I think this beef is pathetic.
Okay, this could be a good segue into everything else we want to talk about. Yeah, do you actually believe there's obviously issues? It's been clear because they've had back and forth and that. But in terms of there actually being a real beef, do you believe there is one, or is this just more of a marketing ploy?
To be honest, I couldn't care less.
This nigga won't answer my questions.
I couldn't care less.
I asked him a closed question. It's either yes or no. I couldn't care less.
I think there's a real beef. But the reason why I also don't care.
Yeah, the reason why I couldn't give you a yes or no answer is because I haven't cared enough about what it's about for me to think about whether it's genuine or not. It's just 2 Donnies that are like, they're like shapeshifters. Like they've pushed this entire thing wherever they've pushed it, and they're doing like stupid chess moves about.
And they're both very
all
similar
of this is
as
very
well.
sneaky, super similar. It's just that
both got lipo as well.
Big facts. No, talking okay.
I hear that.
Big facts. Apparently Drake's had a nose job as well. Bare facts, bro.
Yeah, and these men are like super insecure to me.
I
Do you
agree.
know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's also their power a little bit as well.
Yeah, I mean,
it's part of why we like both of them.
Yeah, bro. Like because
You
I
like
can't,
both of
I
them.
can't, I can't speak on.
K's too gangster for our own good. You over there with your moccasins.
I can't really speak on like, you know, their temperament because they're like their level of superstardom. Like I haven't touched. Do you know what I'm saying? Like so.
I don't know. I don't think I even want to get that far. That's
as how relaxed you lot see me on a regular basis. You don't know what I'll be like famous, innit? I may not like it because it's just too much. I want to be able to step out my yard and do whatever, innit?
No, I get all that.
But yeah, so this whole thing is sneaky and it's robbed us like off certain things, innit? Like just like the whole, and even Kanye, like we'll hold him accountable more so for that because there's other people that have been disgruntled over his decisions to just pull them from it. Like Chris Brown, the song that he had with Chris Brown, Breezy leaked it. I heard it and I was like, yo, this is dope.
Yeah.
Just like their song on Pablo, Waves, like one of my favorites on the
like
album.
If that Andre 3000 song was on there, that's more like, I'm like, yo, you've got more of a claim, man. You've got some actual like bops here. Like this is a good song, and you're getting a cold verse from my man. Like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah. But I think they're pretty both long albums.
I think he should have done 2, part 1 and part 2, Kanye.
Donda Part 1 and Donda Part 2.
Fair.
That could have,
because there's a few songs on which are part 1s and part 2s.
Have like
anyway.
a commercial type one with all the features, and then have the ones that.
or like a Nelly sweat and suit. Or more recently, did anyone have a double album? Drake did.
Oh, with Scorpion.
Yeah, I didn't rate the album.
No. Did you? What the question I asked? Do you think? What do you think of the beef? Do you think what we're getting now is just fake? Sorry, Van.
No, I actually think it's real.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah. I think it's real.
But
it's just. But I do agree, Vans. It's just so immature now.
It's just immature, like, and I think how Drake is and how he raps and the perception of Drake across the board, he's on top, right? So listening to Drake now, he's probably rapping in the most with the most arrogance and
He's talking
and
very
confidence.
very spicy on the album.
So he should.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? He's been like artist of the decade on Billboard. Like he's got
And I'm
things
still
that
confused. Why?
I don't think you should be confused. Or
Why?
like at least it's arguable. Like he's been killing.
I think it worries me when people say why they're confused because the
But
guys that
killing
you rate
it
ahead
how?
of him in all aspects.
Who else is ahead of him?
In terms of commercial success, he's killing it.
Commercial is success. I agree.
And then also,
And when he raps,
he does more
when
than
he
that.
raps,
I
no,
thought-
when he
that's one
raps,
thing I don't-
he's-
see, like me,
when he raps, he raps.
I'm here for all the jokes when it comes to Drake. Call him I call him Drizel the Blanco, like all the jokes. I want all of them in it.
Respectfully, there's a lot of wet songs on this.
But he's always been wet from the get go, so we can't even. His introduction.
There's something different about the wetness on this album.
He's always been wet. It's a bit extra moist.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't listened to it. I said to Fols earlier, I haven't listened to it, and I'm not going to listen to it.
That's fair.
Like if I hear songs like in passing,
You can't give any album
and
takes.
no, and I like it, I'll be like, okay, yeah, I like it, but I'm not gonna go out my way to listen to it because I've always been disappointed.
Right.
Okay, that's
Like
fair.
to me, when people say, "Oh my gosh, Drake has a classic album," I'm
What was
like,
the wait?
huh?
Hang on. What was the
I
last
feel like
album
he has
that you
classic
listened to?
songs on okay albums.
At this point, just to feed off what you were saying, at this point, I think Drake is more, for me, this is just for me, just to make it clear, he's more of a singles guy.
Yeah, I
than
agree.
Able to
When
make
you're-
a project because
when-
like
I
I had
agree.
mad like
So remember the conversation we
at
had
the top,
last
at
week
the
about
top.
you're saying about how easy it's going to be and stuff.
Yeah. So like I said, from a technical aspect, making the album, being in the studio and creating is the easy part for him because it's by design, it's patterned. Like just like how when we come here, it's not like how it was when we first started.
Like, hey,
Do you know what I'm saying?
where'd you put this lead?
Like like all
Yeah.
like all of those things, but like the pressure obviously to
Deliver.
produce and deliver is another thing. So with this, I'm like,
Do you think he can actually construct the album?
What Drake?
Yeah.
I believe he can because
he's given us like enough.
we've had
That
pretty
will
much the
stand the
same
test of time.
formula, about 3-4 albums in a row where he clearly can. From what Vans was saying in terms of like him going in pressure in terms of like trying to beat his previous work or actually deliver a classic that like everybody agrees on, where like we're not even debating, is different. But he's clearly shown, because my big critique of the album is that, like, similar to what I was saying with Kanye, but probably even more worse with Drake, is there is no true bangers on this, in the same way, like, even people might have their misgivings maybe about Scorpion or views on that.
Yeah, but you said that for that Scorpion album,
What's that?
that there was no, in my feelings, you didn't expect for it to pop off in the way that you did.
I didn't, but it worked.
But I knew it was a banger.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there was...
But I don't mind doubling back and going, oh, that
You
is
know.
a banger, but like...
Everyone was looking towards the
definitely-
Michael Jackson feature, and I was like, this is dead.
Yeah, no, but that's where we were agreement on. Was like it was. I think what I was saying was it
MJ
was
spinning
ironic.
in his grave, boy.
It was ironic that they tried to push the pop song, and then we just picked a song we liked, innit? Whereas if this one, I think obviously it feels like we'll probably dissect it. The Way Too Sexy is the one they're trying to push, because that's the video that's come out. You've got the big.
I like that
basketballer
one,
and
you know.
that.
Trash.
I like it.
Too shit.
Yeah,
I like
Wait,
it.
I listen. I'm with the girls. I think the song's trash, but I was out on Sunday, and the reaction it got in the dance is crazy.
What, from the menses?
It's a toxic song.
Everyone, from everyone.
I was handling with the ruining.
Do you know what I didn't? Do you know what I didn't? I didn't like it when we were out because the audio went right.
It wasn't loud enough in there yet.
They just didn't have good speakers.
Yeah, that's
I'd
fair.
say that. I think the bass was like broken somewhere. The subwoofer was broken somewhere. But that's just me.
No,
But that's just me being a nerd.
before we do move on, yeah, what are you girls way too sexy for? I want to have this conversation very quickly.
Paying bills.
In it, spend my own money.
Yeah, that's it.
You know, like that.
Yeah.
When did things get like this?
Spending my own money.
No, I do it.
I'm tired.
But
I
yeah,
just don't
thank
like
you.
it.
I'm tired.
I'm tired.
Yeah, once you get to a certain age, like, you're tired. Just like the T-Pain song, yeah, where he with Kalani, where he sampled "Buy You a Drink."
That was a good
Obviously, at the
song.
time, buy you a drink. But this one is like, she don't want a drink; she wants her rent paid. So
You know
10 years
that-
later, it's like
It was
the
inflation.
babes are tired,
No, it's
B.
inflation,
Yeah.
innit?
They don't want to drink no more.
Yeah.
What, can
I
you pay
buy
my
own
bills?
drink, Yeah.
I can buy my own
So
drink. Can
you
you pay
guys
my
are way too
bills?
sexy to pay your own bills and that.
Yeah.
So how can we change this?
So does that mean that you're too sexy to work?
Yeah.
Personally, I think so, yeah.
Too sexy for your job?
Yeah.
I am.
If your employer's listening right now, sack all of them. Don't manifest the wrong things in there, you know.
I just feel like I should be taken care of.
Okay.
Yeah, just for a little bit, man.
Yeah.
Why not?
Like I still like have my adventures and blah blah blah.
Everybody, oh yeah, when I become a housewife, I'm gonna have a business. Shut up, man. You're gonna be the house of the kids, man.
Nope.
Shut up there.
I hear it.
I mean,
Well, I wish you the guys all the best.
Thank you.
That was
you.
no
So
faith in that.
supportive.
No, I've got faith. You lot, listen, I want all my female friends. You lot being single is too much. I'm getting. I know it. It's too much.
yeah. I mean, this song obviously it samples the original by Right Said Fred, which is kind of like I don't know. Can I say it's a gay anthem? Is it a gay kind of anthem?
It is,
like that
yeah.
you would,
Ish.
you know?
I've heard in a gay club before. Yeah,
And what would make him think?
business. Don't worry.
What?
Okay.
Don't worry, you was in heaven, yeah? Partying. Don't worry.
Oh, was it heaven?
Probably there with
Well,
you.
With the goons and that. What were you saying with the booty goons?
Whoa.
Oh, that's goons.
You're the ones that nearly spat on my drink.
Wow.
What the hell?
Wow.
No, I was in the club. My friend was doing business, innit? Enhancers for the parties. And that
Yeah,
stuff.
no, because I think you guys missed it. Yeah, he was like, "Oh yeah, I've heard it in a gay club before," and I'm like,
No, we heard it.
"Oh right, okay, cool." So,
They saying, what, I'm being too honest in that.
I mean, no, I mean, if you're in there, you're in there.
I was. Most of them, they're not in there right now.
If you're in there, you're in there.
Yeah.
I heard there's bad bees that go there.
Bro, you
Yeah.
go, you go in there, yeah, and it's so humbling when you see like, rah, nobody here's on me. You're in
Yeah,
there.
they
the
automatically
Donnies,
know.
the Donnies are on each other, and then the women are so free because you haven't got that
Wait, you ain't been
seediness
moved to
that
before
like. Not at the gay club. I got moved to at the normal club with that. That's not
By Dons.
Yeah, that's we speak like that. Yeah. I said it on here before. This is how you know not listening, isn't it? But so you'll be in there, and obviously the girls are super free, dancing on each other, and like guys are buying the drinks, but there's not that seediness where like a guy's trying to walk past you and touch the small of your back, or like just like
Yeah.
everyone's free in it.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
you as a heterosexual man, you're just in there. They know you ain't gay.
Yeah, they
They're
don't
just looking at you
bother you.
like, sucker, what are you doing in here and that?
Yeah.
And the bouncer knew what we was on and that. He's just looking at man like, yeah, you don't need to keep it moving.
Heaven
still
used
and
to be
that.
my
There's certain
spot.
man in there that don't want to be seen in there, but they're in there.
Yeah,
Also,
true.
yeah,
But
That
live your
too.
truth.
That
You know,
too.
you got a section with about 19 young MAs over there. Then you've got like
Have you been in there?
Huh?
How would you know they're 19?
bump,
young-
innit? Bump.
Yeah,
You used to go bump.
Yeah, bump. And it's
Bumping,
like,
bump- no,
heaven
bump-
used to be my
Bumping
thing
Brixton,
every
you used to
week.
see that. You used to see all the babes like Manny Fresh. I told you I'm here to pod today, man. We need to take this thing to the next level. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Yeah. So
Ah shit.
I don't know how we got here, but yeah, shout out to the gay clubs.
Way
the
too
gay
sexy.
episode.
Sorry,
Yeah.
way too
Yeah.
sexy. Future Young Thug. I think he got the right features
Future's
on there.
tired as well, man.
Future's got an album coming out. If anyone's interested, but
No, we're not.
But yeah, I think he got the right features on there.
Him and Future
and
clearly have a relationship and like a certain
And
sound they
Fugger
go
as well.
for. And Fugger as well. But like, I'm like with you. I wasn't shocked that Future was on that song. That makes sense, innit?
yeah.
Personally, for me, like I said earlier, I don't like the song, but I can't act like I haven't seen a reaction outside.
And the
more people-
references on the video.
And more people are seeing that saying that, yo, this is actually a banger for them. But I think that's more programming. Like sometimes the songs you keep hearing them and hearing them and hearing them and hearing them.
And this is what I feel like with Drake overall.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
his songs just get played, so you feel okay, I like it. But when you sit down and listen to it, like,
Yeah, I mean, there are songs
yeah,
where I'm like,
that.
okay, because like I think Drake's showcased his ability to me that you can make high level music, but sometimes I feel like sometimes he chooses not to do it, and that's the frustrating thing about me. Like when I listen to his albums, I'm like, and I've been feeling like this since Views, if I'm honest.
but to kind of at that point, yeah,
what was
if
before
it's
that? Nothing was
broke,
the same.
why? If it's not broke, why would you like fix it?
More
Like
life.
it's there's clearly like you said speaking about like you think it's very much muscle memory. It's easy for them to make albums. They know what they're doing. The formula's working. Also, I don't feel like the guys that are in and around him or like whoever's number 2, 3, or 4 or 5 in the top 5 are pushing at my man hard enough. So he's in cruise control. Why would you then go? Everything's working. So that we clearly know like I said, for me, I feel like there's not enough bangs on the album, and it's very much of a muchness. We've heard this kind of stuff from Drake before, but if it's always worked, why you change it? And the guys aren't snapping at your heels enough.
I think.
So why would you then go
What guys do you mean?
I think.
Meek Mill, J. Cole, Kendrick, and whoever else you put as like?
'Cause I
You
think
might have
they're
Little
all
Baby and Drake and Little Durk, but it's still very much street music. So they're not going to.
Maybe it's just
I
me.
think they're all in their own lane now.
Yeah.
I think before I used to think that J. Cole and Drake used to cross over. They actually don't. they're actually in that.
No, I think they're definitely in their own lane. But I think, in my opinion, it feels like those guys have, at a certain point, very much accepted in terms of accepting defeat, or decided
defeat
that
about what though? That
the
Drake's
commercial
number
thing,
one.
like he's number one.
But
what I've taken from this,
is very clear that like, yeah, you can be the commercial don and that. I've got my core group of fans. They're more than just a niche group. Like their fan bases are big in it.
Who? Cole and Kendrick.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
they're gonna they'll have songs that will cross over, and like they're good rap hip hop songs that may go top 10, top 5, even number 1 and that. But like with Drake, it's very much a concerted effort to be like, I'm number one. And I don't feel like they're trying to have that fight with him.
Yeah,
at
I
all.
don't think they care.
That's what I mean about
Yeah.
snap at his heels. Because if they were doing that, I feel he would take more risk, and then we wouldn't. What I was saying about Dave before, I know I'm going to be a bit of a rant, is that like, man have a clear agenda when it comes to album, and we will get the loose songs pre-album or track 16 to 20, 7 a.m. in Toronto or whatever, and we know that's to fulfill the rap guys. But the major goal here is to have something banging in the clubs and hopefully something to cross over. Like you said, we liked In My Feelings, but the attempt was Michael Jackson. That was the attempt. So it's clear what my man's trying to do.
All right, so my take on this conversation, like including the other dons, we haven't really heard from Kendrick, obviously, bar the Baby Keem feature.
And I didn't like what you said last week. You was like, it wasn't all that.
It wasn't all that.
I thought it was good.
Like I was,
and
just
I think he was snapping at not Drake, but at people in general.
Yeah, I mean,
it was a good verse.
No, but this is the thing. Like, what you say on a verse can be great. You can say all the right things, but it's just how it's delivered. Sometimes it just doesn't resonate with me.
Okay,
do you know what I'm saying? Even like with the J Electronica verse.
Yeah.
Donda, I'm like, yo, this nigga's spitting some real shit, but he's trying to fit all of these
big words
in like one bar, and I'm like, bro, it just doesn't. It's not connecting with me. But J. Cole is, from his album being released this year and Drake's album being released just now.
Yeah,
Cole sounds like he's rapping with a point to prove.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and Drake is rapping like
cruise control.
Someone that's comfortable.
He is.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because so it's like there's no.
I feel it all lends to my original point.
9 months.
People aren't.
You delayed the album 9 months to produce this,
and it's
I'm
not
like,
even all that.
Put it this way: when the people that are at his heels are Lil Baby and Lil Durk.
Yeah.
And a part of like what I said before about regards to like lower expectation for certain people, when they do perform okay. I'm not saying those guys haven't produced good songs and aren't rapping well, but I didn't have mad expectations when I started listening to those guys. So when they do decent, we go, oh, amazing. And also it's very much street content, so he encompasses a different world and he's much bigger than them, so he does the right thing. Go and absorb their energy, do songs with them, and make it seem like I'm amplifying you. So you get Lil Durk on the song. What's the big song that he shot the video for in the basketball court, and he's got Go to the Nike store,
Laugh Now, Cry Later.
Yeah, that's a chess move in my opinion. You go and get
those
that
songs don't even make the album.
That didn't make the album.
That didn't make the album.
It's too old though.
Yeah, but I've seen it before where they make these things, like the big songs will eventually make the project that comes out thereafter. Like Lemon Pepper Freestyle, obviously it's a freestyle, it's not going to make the album, but the other song with Lil Baby is better than the song with Lil Baby on Certified Lover Boy.
I said to you they were going to do a fresh one though. I said.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like the whole
and obviously
you're a lesbian, I'm a lesbian too. Like,
okay, let's
Bruv,
I've got loads of questions.
So do you think I'm missing out by not listening to it?
I think it is worth a listen. I say all of that to say this, yeah. You see when Drake gets into his wordy bag, his rap and going at dons, bro, like he snaps. And I think that as long as he does that, the whole OVO team and his fans are satisfied.
Yeah, he just does enough to keep us satisfied. But let's talk about like
he doesn't do
how are
enough.
you a male lesbian?
Because he has a
No, I'm sorry. How are you a male lesbian? We have to dress before we move on. Drake said
because he says that he likes girls, isn't it?
Yeah, so he's
you
like,
like
you like girls. Like me too. Even Lil Baby was like, you like eating pussy. I said me too. And I'm like, these niggas, bro. I was like, these niggas, bro.
You lot have 3 esteemed women in the community. Imagine a don said to you,
that's weak.
I'm a lesbian too. Are you like having that?
No, I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm pretty, but I'm local.
That's ick. That's the ick.
Yeah.
Is that an ick? Is that another one on the list?
Yeah.
Add that to the ick list.
Is it to the ick list?
Would you say
along with wearing scarves?
Men wearing
What
scarves.
person can't cover their necks now?
Not the way you tie them.
You're just saying like you need to have a Mike Tyson neck. You never get cold.
I heard that.
Yeah. Oh my days.
Yeah, I mean that song. Like, let me even go through the track listing. I don't know if you have it up, Fols.
I just got bare questions. I was like, brother, yeah, why don't he call himself a lesbian? So we've touched that. Oh, that's what it was. So this tweet made me laugh. Yeah, this is what I want to talk about. Let me see if I can find it now.
What's it in relation to? What song?
No, it was my man. I was asking about Drake kind of having no substance on an album. Do we need positive Drake?
Do we want 5 a.m. in Baghdad?
Man said 10 p.m. in Kabul.
That's so silly.
Do you know what? Like, I don't think that you should ask Drake about this now into his career. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, after listening to him from like, let's say 2007,
yeah,
properly. I've never looked at Drake to speak on global issues or things of that nature. Like, he's just not that way inclined. He knows what works for him, and he does that well. If it's not about like other niggas, women, his family,
yeah,
that's all pretty much that you're gonna get. He just has a way of updating us every time he drops something.
And I'm with you on that. And I definitely support the jokes because I saw everyone cooking that person that was tweeting that. But I think I understand that sentiment. I think it's coming from a place of people want a bit more. Like, it's interesting to see the certain artists that like we don't even look to messages for. And like, I understand the arguments are like, oh, if they're not well versed in it, if they don't really care, we shouldn't push them to do that. But it's interesting to see like you at this point, one of the biggest artists in the world, very much a pop star. Of course, a rapper as well, very much a pop star. So you serve the machine, innit? It's like
even Little Baby did it.
Yeah, it's like in maybe like in a comedy term, someone like a Kevin Hart. I like more risque comedy, Patrice O'Neal, Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle. I want to know your true opinions, innit? But his comedy style of comedy is very much about him, his family. It's relatable to the blacks, the whites, the blues, the yellows, everybody. Drake's is relationship content, family. It's relatable to everybody. You go to the show, everybody's there, but it's very much the safe option. And it's like we were talking about Kanye earlier. Obviously, from the gate, we've known his intentions and stuff. But like, even if my man is trolling, he will take a risk. Yeah, it feels like my man is very safe. And I think even though we joked about my man, the initial tweet about the positivity talk, but I think I get it. It's like, can you give us something else? Because it's very much safe, cruise control. I think it's lends to that initial point I was making earlier about like, my man isn't doing much different. And then if you don't, for me, have enough bangers on there, it can come across a bit of a weak project.
Yeah, and I think like some people will analyze Drake and his artistry and how he lives his life, because I think we're in that era where people are a lot more privy to these superstars' lives, right? So it's like, rah, like what media, you don't care about anything that's going on. Like, you've got time to be on the basketball court, like fucking trolling, the Toronto Raptors opponents.
Bro, he wore blackface and got away with it. Like, my man might truly be Teflon Don.
Yeah.
And that's what's scary about this whole thing. Because even I say all of this, it's gonna do that. The streaming numbers are crazy. It's gonna break all the records. Of course, you're probably in business with the streaming guys. So like, I don't take all the numbers. It's a pinch of salt in it, because everybody who's in business with them does well. It just is what it is, isn't it? But it's like, you're gonna be fine. But it's like, when does this thing end? If this is gonna be the continuous thing, it's like, we're gonna keep this formula. There is gonna be a stopping point at a certain point, whether we decide as a listenership,
I think
or
this
he
is the
checks
starting
out.
point for me personally. Like,
I think people have been saying, why is this one a starting point where it's like, now you think, okay, cool, it's ending? What's different about now compared to before?
I'm just speaking from a personal standpoint. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because I started listening to Drake, like I said, early on, and I was on Drake heavy, just being a fan of rap, hip hop, whatever, and what he did. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, even like some of the slow stuff on this doesn't compare to the other slow stuff. Like the song that he's got on with Ty Dolla $ign, it's not Seeing After Dark. No. And I hate to do like comparisons and stuff.
Well, you're going to though.
But I can only compare you to your work, the work that you've given us before. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so, he's got. Yeah, so it's 21 songs on the album. He's got he's got new features on here. Thames, obviously.
Good song.
A lot of people are eyes on Thames right now. Wizkid, that whole situation. So,
Big. I think he's a bit of a beg.
He's got Yeba on the
But it's
album.
cool. He's got who?
Yeba.
Oh, okay.
I remember like one Babes I was linking. Yeah, she introduced me to this Babes, and I was like, "You turn off this fake ass Adele. Where's Adele at?"
Man say Diet Adele. You know?
Like some next Adele, but nah, she's great. You know,
So Stormzy's album.
yes, vocals for days.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, so Drake always kind of does this, I think, with a couple artists. Giveon's on the album, and I'm just like, this is a skippable one for me.
Oh, wow,
100%.
really?
This is like, I love Giveon.
No, we do. We spoke. I think also part of my I'll give him some space, and maybe I'm being a bit overly harsh, but this has been a highly anticipated album, and it's been pushed back.
Yeah.
I feel like you've had enough time to get it right, and I don't think it's been done. And maybe people might go, "Oh, you're judging too early. It's only been out a few days." But I feel like I've listened to this project enough, and sometimes you listen to a project and you like from the get go, amazing album. Sometimes you're like, this is meaty a little bit, or it's like a bit missable, and it's more in regards to your standards. Like,
I think Drake.
if this is someone else, they'll be going, "Yeah, this is an amazing album." But for someone who's like, this is probably project 10 at this point, might even be 11 when you count everything in, and like if all the stuff you've done, the subject matter, like, yeah, just
He knows that he's
no
gonna
matter
do well.
what we say, he's done what he's supposed to do. He's
Yeah.
got his
No.
core fan
He's
base.
achieved what he
he's
intended
done.
to
is
achieve.
my just like
Yeah.
my core, my annoyance at the whole thing. It's not just a Drake problem; it's like a music industry problem.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
someone that big, it's like they can get away with
With-
more. But
yeah.
maybe they've earned the right because they've given us so many slaps, like banging songs over the years, where you can kind of get. But my thing is, at this point where you're at now, being the top guy, it being so clear that it's this. Now, is the album crap? No, it's just that I don't feel it's served its purpose from in my taste level. But if the numbers are there and all the other stuff, great. Then you've done what he needs to do.
Yeah, I think what Drake also does, which is, I think what he's realized for himself, is that he drops Lucy's that goes off, like the one with Dirk, laugh now, cry later.
Do you want to cry in a rave or do you want to cry in the Prius?
Bro, that song was a Lucy.
How does that one go again?
So
Yeah, see, I like that song.
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
it.
Baby.
That went off, but it's not in the album. But it was enough to prepare people for the album.
It kept us.
It kept us engaged, and he done that the album before when he dropped God's Plan and Diplomatic Community on the two-sided thing, and that ended up being one of his biggest songs, and that was supposed to be a Lucy. So it's like a pattern that's repeating itself.
This is what I said earlier. He puts out, classic in quotes, classic songs on okay albums.
So that makes for an amazing concert because he's got so many hits.
Drake's got bangers.
He's got bangers.
Let's not play. Drake's got
Definitely.
Like
bangers.
he's got like
Definitely.
certified bangers.
featured like
Definitely.
and all of this, like he's an amazing artist, but like I said, he just seems like the singles guy
I think
more
that's
so
also-
than a compact project.
He's doing
for me.
his. Remember you saying that he's doing his job in regards to the
He's
building.
feeding the streets,
And
bro.
And
I'm
his
telling
fans,
you,
his
the
fans are
people-
always
and
going to lap
People
it
at the
up.
label, at the streaming sites, they are happy. They're falling at his feet. Even if they're not Yoruba, they're prostrating. Like they are ecstatic.
Bro, he's
bro.
got Lucian Grange on speed dial.
Bro, like he's doing his job. So I get it.
There's a
innit?
lot of
Like,
artists that have never seen Donny's face.
Who's
I
Lucian Grace?
remember an interview with my man saying that Drake can get whatever he wants when it comes to the budget, because he's got the lyric about tearing a hole in his budget,
Yeah.
and Lucian said
Who's Lucian?
Lucian Grange is I don't know if he's Universal, like he's a big dog in music, innit?
Okay.
Like a big dog. Innit?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, super. Like,
yeah. Those are the guys you don't see. Those are the guys that they say are part of the Illuminati. Like, that's what they usually say about
yeah,
them.
those are the ones that you don't see
Yeah.
casually.
Just running around in baggy suits and that. These
Yeah,
kind
but
of
you
like
do see,
billions.
but you don't know.
But it could be one of the two. So I think like it's a decent album at best.
What do you think of Spicy Petty Drake? Because I'll be honest with you, I was saying about like enough Kanye rapping. When Drake was rapping on his album though, those bars for Kanye, I'm here for them. The bars for Swiss Beats kind of went under the
Talk
radar.
about that, please. I
Cold.
missed it. So what did he say?
So Swiss had an interview.
You think it went under the radar? What he said?
I remember what.
I think
Swiss-
what doesn't help is like because of how analytical Joe Budden is, when he does a deep dive and a lyric breakdown that blows up. I don't think people when they first listened to the album even clocked that he was talking to Swiss Beats when he was dissing him.
Oh, Budden.
Yeah, so he did like listen to the
okay.
He did like a lyric breakdown. He spoke about it. So Swiss, I think it was around the time of Versus. You know, usually him and Timberland go on the live.
Yeah, I remember.
I think he'd be drinking wine. He was feeling a bit saucy.
I remember that.
Yeah,
he said something about
that.
like shooting Drake's playing out this. I think I think it was on live with Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, I remember
Swiss
that.
Beats has had a bad year of talking shit.
Yeah, he has.
No, he has. Yeah. I don't know what. I don't know if it was just the alcohol or how he truly felt, but he said something kind of left wing about Drake, and Drake didn't forget it. And he just said like, when do we have tension? And he hit him with a jab about you fancy. Like when you catch the bars he was saying, I was like, yeah, no, my man does pay attention.
Oh yeah, no, those little lines there. I was like, as soon as he said unthinkable, I was like, okay.
Because he wrote unthinkable.
I was like,
yeah.
okay. Maybe Donnie's wife is catching strays.
Because Drake is like, all I'm waiting for him to say, I fucked your wife. That's all I'm waiting for him to say.
Nah, he knows not to mess with people's wives again after Pusha.
Nah.
Yeah, no, he knows not to mess with Pusha's wife. There's a difference.
Because
I think,
well, now he learnt not to mess with Pusha, but he fought at first. But you're not gonna get anything like in that magnitude from Swiss Beats. It's probably gonna be a conversation behind closed doors.
We hope.
Or violence.
As long as Swizz stays sober, it's gonna be behind closed doors.
Yeah.
And that's what scares me about my man is that like, even Diddy was saying on the Breakfast Club, like, I don't want no problems with Drake. People are scared of
because they need him.
Yeah, exactly.
They'll punch him up, but then later on they'll need him.
They need him. Lil Wayne said in the early 2000s, we'll be all right if we have Drake on every hook. And it was prophetic. And to this point, it's like even P. Diddy, like the GOAT, the icon, the legend, saying on, like, I don't want, even though he was in the right, because he sent My Man music, and My Man turned around and made a hit out of it. What was the song? I think it started from the bottom. I think that was originally a Diddy song. I think it was started from the bottom. Yeah, I think it was started from the bottom, and that's what their beef was over. And My Man had a physical altercation with Drake.
They worked together on Last Train to Paris, which I think was around that time where tensions were brewing, because I think they knew
definitely
that
about a song. He sent something.
It's about a song.
And then heard it's about an absolute banger, which was meant to be Diddy's song.
But what I'm saying is,
he's meant to write for Diddy.
What I'm saying is that they know that they can use him for hit songs.
Yeah,
like because he's been writing for people and they work. Do you know what I'm saying?
You get him on
jump
a feature.
on a remix or you jump on a feature and it works. So they know that in this landscape, why not go to the person that everyone wants? Like, but they may not have the same amount of access. Diddy, just by being Diddy, he's obviously gonna gain access to Drake because, number one, Drake is still a fan of a lot of these dons.
Of course.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of his energy and spice comes from the hurt and the disappointment that he's got
how they've dealt with him,
with how they've dealt with him.
Yeah.
Like, even the whole T.I. situation with the whole guy, he was saying about someone, I think Meek was saying that at T.I.'s
friend pissed on Drake.
Yeah, T.I.'s friend pissed on Drake. Like, a lot of these violations is fueling Drake's energy right now. Like, you lot need me. I don't give a fuck about you lot. But at the same time, he's still a fan. Like, how many instances have we seen that he's had tension with Jay, but then he'll still acknowledge Jay as the GOAT. But
that's more like little brother. Like, I want that respect you have, but I'll never have it because I didn't come from like one like being respected from the get go in terms of rapping and also the street element. He's had to earn that just by proxy of like having bangers, the girls liking you, and you can't ignore the fact My Man's shutting down the clubs with all these songs.
Yeah, and you know, Donnie's a don that don't forget. He may write it, leave it there, and then when it's time to actually record,
that's why I like the Swiss Beats thing. I do like that he still responds. I'm like, okay, cool. That means you really do pay attention, and like you are. Like,
it's the artist thing to do. I expect every rapper to be like
Agree.
that.
Agree.
Yeah, no, but those bars are cold. Like I said, I like. I love the intro. Is it Champagne Poetry?
Champagne Poetry. He goes off.
Sensational.
He goes off.
So there are points on there when he's really rapping. I'm like, yeah, this is.
Pappy's Home was his version of trolling.
Yeah.
Like, you know, shout outs to all you lot that were, you know, I know you lot missed me.
Yeah.
Living off my name with the clout and that, blah, blah, blah. But I'm back. You know.
You got some bars for Justin the Boy on there, respectfully. You want to stand over there with KanyeWest and be shouting about the album and that. You can hold some bars as well.
What do we think of Love All featuring Jay-Z?
I don't know why Jay's so aggressive. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
Beyonce let him out of the house.
So he
Jay
done
was
justice
mad.
on this one. He done justice on this feature.
He did.
You didn't like
in
his
comparison
Donda feature,
to
innit?
yeah, I didn't like Jay's verse on Jail on Donda. So yeah, he was super direct with this one. He was just like, yeah, he was mad aggressive, and I was like, shit, okay.
What happened to Everything Is Love?
Fair Trade with Travis Scott again. Like it's just one of those ones where on a good day I might listen to. On most days I won't.
People have made me tired of that song just from the captions already.
Yeah, Fair Trade.
Is
Yeah,
that friend caption?
Yeah.
Why are you losing so many friends? You're the common denominator,
Hello?
nigga. Like, why are you losing so many
That is
friends and
getting
everyone's
rinsed.
running with it? I found peace by losing so many friends. Oh well, look in the mirror.
Right?
Yeah.
If you're like, the only time you can be happy is when you're alone, then you, sir, are the problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's not everyone else.
Track 7, Way Too Sexy. Obviously, we've discussed that. I think it's balanced in
She said way too
reaction. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that say it's shit or it slaps. There's no in between, I don't think, with this song.
Yeah, that's one thing I do. Like, it's very much Marmite. It's
Yeah.
love it, you don't.
TSU, I heard it before. He leaked it last year.
There's a lot of
Wavy on
songs
that.
that were leaks that maybe had different names or didn't even have names attached. Because there was like, I don't know if it was the start of 2019 or back in. There was a lot of like, there was this leak package of Drake stuff that come out. People are like, oh, this is the album. But some of the songs are on there, like the Jay song I heard
Yeah.
before.
TSU is like an ode to Texas, I think.
Yeah.
Texas State University.
Yeah, like knowing Drake, he's always kind of shown love to Texas from the start.
Because the ladies. Is that why?
Just with how they embraced him, I think, with the whole Jay Prince association
okay,
and stuff.
cool.
Like Houston and the Vegas era. And
Yeah. So he's always shown love there. I want Drake and Future to stop collaborating.
Why?
No.
There's another song, In Too Deep, with featuring Future, and again, I'm just like, I've heard enough.
Okay,
Do you know what I'm saying?
You've reached capacity.
I've reached capacity with them too.
We do have
I know,
capacity.
and the thing is, I know that they wanna appease like
the toxic
that
neeks online.
the toxic neeks online, that fan base.
Neat.
What a Time to Be Alive, great. Life is good.
Desires.
That
is the toxic.
used to this, like they've got bangers together, but like with this one, I don't think they've managed to kind of hit those heights again.
Yeah.
Obviously, Way Too Sexy is like the
They're both on the
single.
decline.
It'll become a
That song was so
meme.
trash.
We'll like the video. It will get
A lot of references on there from
Yeah.
like iconic scenes and movies
Boys to Men as well.
Instagram
and videos. Water Runs Dry video.
Yeah.
They've got a reference to that. And my favorite melodic one is Pipe Down.
I like that stuff.
That's the one for me.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people talking about that one.
Pipe Down's hard.
That's when you can drive to in that late night and that.
Reminiscent.
Don't
Yeah?
Drake and drive.
The Drake can drive.
So still here.
But yeah, he's got Project Pat on there. He's got
Oh.
Knife Talk featuring 21 Savage and
Absolute
Project Pat.
Trash.
Off that.
Jesus
Off
Christ.
it immediately. That could have stayed in the
Remove
drafts.
it.
Yeah, but it's Heartbreak. No friends in the industry. These times he's got about 100 niggas on this album.
But that shows that you're all neeks, bro. This nigga doesn't really like you lot
I'm,
like
Yeah.
that.
I'm just surprised
Yeah.
that he didn't bring like no UK artists on the album.
I didn't. Is I understand
He was
that. I
getting
don't
cooked.
think we need to have that every time he's done it, and he did it well, and it's cool. But Mama don't need to. And also, it's like More Life was. He always said it was more of a playlist. When it comes to his album time, he's not doing that.
Okay.
It's very much about him and following the formula. My man isn't going to take mad risks then. It might be, the most you'll get is if he can get a banger from Wizkid and Skepta happens to be around and he ends up on the song as well. That's in my personal opinion. I don't feel like we need that as well, just because the same breath will say my man's a beg, but then we're looking like, oh, he didn't have no one from the UK on there. So it's like,
Yeah.
what do we really want? And that's not speaking to you, but just that
Yeah, I
sentiment
was gonna
of
say
like,
because
yeah.
Oh.
Dragging.
wanna fight?
I know you've been drinking, so yeah, I don't
7
think
a.m.
we
on
need
Birdie Path.
Who?
Birdie.
Where?
But
Brutal Path.
Jesus, birdie,
Sorry.
Oh.
body.
My bad. You don't want to take heed and go next?
No,
All right.
please.
I thought so.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Spicy.
Holding today.
Race My
Spicy.
Mind, Fountains featuring
Five?
Thames.
I like that.
Yeah, there's
I love Thames'
there's
tone.
there's good songs on this album. It's just that if you listen to it throughout, there's just like a lot of moments where you're just bored.
I'm with you.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
So-
and
Chrissy said last time what Donda was a better listen, right?
Oh,
Or easy listen. So
Yeah.
which is better?
Donda. I haven't finished listening to CLB. There are quite a few tracks that I skipped. Like with Donda, I was able to just listen to it through. It's not to say that I loved every single track on there, but it was fine. But with this, there were a few times where like that one with 21 Savage really upset my spirit. I had to fast forward that one. And then there were a couple on there. I think there's 2 that I haven't listened to, and maybe the last 2 tracks. But I was like, I've actually just had enough. I don't want to listen to this anymore.
You Only Live Twice featuring Rick Ross and Lil Wayne.
Nice to see that.
Yeah, him and Ross. More so because I love their collaborations.
But again, no banger out of the collaboration.
And it's produced by Bink, which was even more disappointing when you find out that, you know, you've got 2 of them dons on there and Bink produced it, knowing what Bink's done in the past.
And the last time you saw Drake and Rick Ross together was what, Gold Roses?
No, Lemon Pepper freestyle.
Lemon Pepper, apologies. Lemon Pepper and then Gold Roses. If you have those 2, bro, like, I think it is unfair because we can do a whole pod segment on like Drake and Rick Ross collaborations because they produce a lot of good music. So I'm not mad if you have a miss every now and then. Like, it just lends more to what you're saying about like being tired of the future collaborations, me feeling like it's much of a muchness, sameness, and then you get the ones that we feel like you always kill, like a Rick Ross song, and it's still very much, it's just cool.
Yeah, pretty much. He ends it with the remorse, where again you're always gonna get wordy Drake at the start and at the end.
Yeah, consistent themes throughout all his albums.
Yeah, and I think he does that well, which kind
Remorse
of
is good.
saves it.
Remorse is good. I think that he ends the project strong with that.
Yeah, and yeah, these are the things that I always look forward to when I listen to Drake: the intro and the outro. A bit like when I listen to Nines, I always want to hear the intro and the outro.
Blade.
Yeah, you know, there's certain artists that like, all right, cool, I know he's gonna have words for people.
Yeah.
He always opens it that way.
Meek as well. Intro, outro.
Meek.
Ever since intro popped off, that's when the things like, what's his next intro gonna sound like?
I don't scream about that intro as much as others do.
Fair. The community likes it.
Yeah, I know. It will be a great live experience, but I don't listen to it in my own time as much as everyone else.
Fair,
Are you going to see Meek?
No, I actually declined the ticket, which is surprising.
You declined one?
Yeah, don't know why.
Staying inside. Damn.
Okay.
Maybe I've got something else on that day.
Oh, that makes more sense. Yeah.
Relax.
Social butterfly.
This is too easy for me. Someone else take. This is someone else's to take. Like, so he's not going to Meek. What's he doing instead?
Certified London boy, innit?
Wow. He had that one in the
CLB
draft.
Vans.
Wow.
You lot are crazy.
Man said we're crazy.
Imagine like, oh god,
certified
y'all are so
London boy.
crazy.
Yeah,
If
man.
you turn up
We're
here with a
podding,
heart,
bro. We're
if you
podding.
turn up here with a heart in your head, yeah, I swear to you, I'll walk out there.
Are you crazy, bro?
they cooked one done.
Oh, with a V-neck hairline.
He had the McDonald's
Stop
hairline
it.
with the love of heart.
With the
The
Vegeta hairline.
Yeah,
Yeah,
crazy.
so bad. Someone said that heart looked like he had a fence around it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Somebody said it looked like cholesterol.
All right.
People are rude. Twitter's very rude.
Yeah.
Twitter's-
It wasn't me that said
If
it.
your hairline is not correct, don't come on social media flexing your trim, because the hairline is the first thing that we look at.
And you know what's so cold, yeah? Even though like I hear all that, what if my man really feels his trim, yeah, and he just wants to like, you know how everybody else feels himself,
Yeah,
Like-
yeah,
and he just got absolutely cooked because
bro. I've had the same trim for like what, 15 years. I ain't changing for shit, fam. Like, this is it.
You were saying that what's funny when we was out on Sunday, yeah.
Now grow locks and that.
Yeah, one baby was like, "Oh, you man are growing your hair, man." But she didn't realize I could hear her, innit? But she said it like bare
vim.
bare annoyance, like disappointment, like,
All these
raw, like.
niggas with their dreads.
And what made me laugh is like, obviously I heard it, I looked up here, all I could see around the dance was locks everywhere. There was just locks everywhere. I was like, oh yeah.
And when a certain tune comes on, you man are all shaking your locks.
Yeah,
Shake
oh,
them,
let's do
shake them
it.
dreads.
Is that you, Fols?
Yeah, well, no, let's do it. I grew this out so I can. There's gonna be a dance. Oh, let's do it. It's gonna come on. Yeah, I'm gonna shake my dreads on that.
Okay.
I'm ready,
Shaking
man.
like a red nose.
Jesus.
Nenz,
like a red nose.
let me know if you want to fight today. Yeah? Yeah, don't do this in front of Kate.
I'm
all
so
right?
sorry.
Don't do this. All
But
right?
yeah, just to
Shake it
conclude,
like a red nose.
he gonna shake it
Like a red nose. Like a
You
sweet.
lot are sick.
It's a decent album for me.
Do you want to give any marks out of 10 so we can get off this? My stomach's rumbling, bro.
I'll probably give it like a 6.5, 7.
What did you give Donda?
He hadn't given a mark at it, actually.
Yeah, I didn't give a mark. If it weren't so long, I would have given it a higher grade. I'd say neck and neck.
Okay, but it is
because
long.
But
it is long. So what would it be?
Yeah, so I'm giving them a neck and neck.
Oh, okay.
Because what Kanye doesn't give on his album, I'll get from Drake and vice versa. So it's just like, all right, cool. I'll put them in the same kind of category. They didn't exceed my expectations.
They're both
basically.
one person had a big week. It's just reminiscent of when Drake and when Kanye and 50 went at it. 50 took
Curtis
in regards to numbers, but like
Curtis versus Graduation. Graduation was a better album by a mile.
100%.
But 50 would say that was one of the biggest weeks in hip hop, and that's what he takes as a win. So
What was the album
if he didn't beef with man, I would have
Curtis.
numbers.
Yeah, that album was trash.
I Get Money's on there.
Oh yeah, trash.
He had a couple songs on there, but as an album,
Coming off the back of Get Rich or Die Trying to Massacre, and then having
Right.
that,
Those are the anyway.
I Get Money, Amusement Park, Follow My Lead was on that album.
Yeah, it started going a bit.
But yeah,
A little bit left.